Hi, Amy Brown.
Hi, Jenny P.
How are you?
I'm great. Good to see you.
You too. Thank you for meeting me to do this today. I'm super excited because we get questions all the time from our viewers about realtors specifically. People want to know, what do realtors think about this and what do realtors think about that? And so we decided, let's go straight to the pro. So I think this first question I'm going to ask you comes from Laura in Kentucky. And she says, for question for the realtor, what's the number one reason that you as a realtor seek out a home stager?
Okay. Um, I would say very, very specific to this current market. Um, Listings, everything's moving very quickly. So I would say presentation and meaning that the home needs to photograph and be presented online at the best top level, like day one. And, days on the market are so important right now. Consumers are getting, all buyers are getting all kinds of information all over the planet. And, some is good information and some is not so good. And so if a home sits on the market for 5 or 6 or 7 days, buyers immediately are like, what's wrong with this?
Right.
And it could be a funky layout. It could be that the photographs weren't great. There's a multitude of reasons. Could be a tenant is in there. We're just experiencing a climate that we've never experienced for the past 6 months. I think across the country. Mine specific to Southeast North Carolina. But I do feel like I speak with a lot of agents across the country that this is a big topic. So day one has to be a tip-top condition in presentation, the verbiage, staging, photographs, Matterports are super important right now. There's a ton of people buying homes online, sight unseen, which is tricky. So I just think sellers need their best foot forward day one.
I'm so glad you said that, actually, because this is what I keep hearing from realtors like you. They're saying, hey, there is all this inventory available in the market. We want our particular property to stand out, and you've got to do something, right? This is exactly what you're saying. You have to do something to make your listing stand out because, there's a lot available and people are moving fast.
Yes.
Okay, thanks. Cool. All right. So the second question we have for you is, Amy Brown, when you are looking to hire a home stager specifically, what things are most important to you? Like, what are you looking for first? Is it, value for your money, or is it, speed of service, or what are you looking for? What's important?
Well, Jenny, having worked with you before and other stagers, I would say communication. Really, and that's listening and discussing with clients, being very aware of what the seller wants, their style, their style of communication, how they want to, do they want to meet with you in person and, really walk you through the house? Do you want to understand their personal vibe, the house's vibe? And so it's really good. You have to have a strong skill set of communication in this market. I think realtors do too, but stagers need to understand the style and, what the seller wants in a stager.
Yeah.
And there's a wide variety, and budget's a concern for a lot of stagers. It's also how fast they're moving. If they're selling really quickly, that's different than, if they're on the market for 30 days, like I just mentioned. You got to be on it from the get-go, and also follow up too. So just really good communication with me and the client, because we're both your clients.
Yeah, you are. And listening to you say this has me thinking, what I hear you saying is it's the customer service, right? Like I, as a home stager, have to be at my, really the top of my game right now in customer service, because you're saying to me, the communication is a big deal. And there are other home stagers out there.
Mhm.
There are, lots of, properties available.
Mhm.
I need to do, above and beyond to make sure that I'm communicating with you, with your clients. I hear you.
Mhm. Good.
Okay. All right. Okay. And our last question, because we're keeping these short and sweet. 10 minutes with a pro. All right. So the last question that I have for you was posed by one of our subscribers, but I'm super interested in your answer to this as well. He asks, what can a home stager do to add value or to go the extra mile to impress a realtor and earn their repeat business?
Yeah. I think it goes back to what we just talked about. I mean, the going above and beyond in communication with the client and with the realtor, showing up at open houses, maybe with some, goodies and, fluffing the pillows and doing a walkthrough prior to an open house, prior to the listing going live, making sure, maybe showing up for the photographer. Um,
Ooh, that's a good idea.
yeah, I also think co-marketing with the realtor, doing social media, and I use Facebook and Instagram quite a bit, and so sharing that, tagging that, working together as a team because we are a team
Mm-hmm.
for our joint client. So knowing that you're being a team member with me, which you always have been. I've worked with you a lot. So, which is why I hire you and why I would again, because you and Aaron give that top notch. You care, you show up, and you go the extra mile. So, when I know that in an authentic level, then I feel comfortable. I trust you. And that's what it's all about because this is a really emotional market. It's very stressful for everyone. And we all want to feel trust and authenticity.
Mm.
We're on the same team to reach the goal, which is to get the house sold.
Ah, I hear that. You nailed it. It's trust, isn't it? You're trusting us to stage the house. We're trusting you to help all the pieces come together in the right fashion.
Mhm.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yep.
Awesome. Well, thank you. Hey, it was really nice to hear those nice compliments, by the way. And you're fantastic to work with. I always enjoy staging your properties. Thank you for your repeat business.
Well, you're welcome. And
Can we come back to you with some more questions in the future? Because we're getting questions all the time for realtors, and it's awesome to be able to reach out to somebody who's on your side of the coin and who really knows, what she's doing and understands what's happening in the current market. That's a whole nother topic that we should totally delve into because this is a weird market, right?
yeah,
And I
really
think people would love to hear from you on that as well. So
wonderful. Well, thank you for having me and good to see your lovely face.
you
And I look
too.
forward to it again.
Thank you, Amy. Mwah.
Welcome. Mwah.